Okay, welcome to the second second part of the electromechanical demonstration where we're going to be adding a system library. So you just change your configuration to O2, and it's okay if it turns that part back on. You can either turn it back on if you wanted to. But what we want to do at this point is, before we add the system library, we want to add a fastener to the sheet metal part. And so what we want to do is we want to go to the standard parts library, and you'll want to point out that the PEM fasteners comes free with Solid Edge Classic and Solid Edge Premium. If they purchased the machinery library with Foundation, they'll get the PEM fasteners as well. But what we want to do is we want to look at the PEM fasteners themselves, and we want to choose the PEM SL. You'll want to choose number 632 with a shank of 1, and we just want to go ahead and we want to place it inside of our assembly. So just hit place, and where you put your cursor is where it's actually going to place the part. Now, one thing should have told you ahead of time, but one thing that you'll need to do is, because we built the bracket in place, doesn't have any assembly relationships. So we need to ground the bracket first before placing this PEM fastener, which is easy to do. All you have to do is simply just grab the sheet metal and hit ground, and places it down in there. Now the PEM fasteners already have the constraints already built in to them. So what we want to do is, it's looking for a mate constraint, and we want to choose the inside face of this particular part. So we want to grab quick pick, and we want to choose the inside, and we want to choose that hole and place it down inside of there. And you can see how it's a press fit in there. So we are going to show a little bit of interference because it's actually a press fit, but you can see how we have the thread on the inside placed down inside of there. And now what we want to do is we want to place those in 4 different locations. So again, you can just take that same one, drag and drop it in. It already is going to have the relationship applied to it. So again, just pick the relationship, pick the hole, and again, you can just keep dragging and dropping these inside of here, or you can do a Control-C, Control-V to copy and paste to make that go a little bit faster. Just depends on how you feel, what you're more comfortable with in placing parts. So we'll just pick that inside, and we'll just pick that base inside there. So now we have those 4 PEM fasteners placed inside of there. Now we're ready to bring in our system design. And for those of you who may not know, a very quick, easy way, if you're not in the location where your assembly is at, just hit Control period, and that gets you to where your assembly is residing. And so we just want to go up 1 level. We want to go to System Design, and you want to grab the Display System. Okay, not the subsystem, but the display system. And we simply want to drag and drop it in to our assembly. And then it's going to step us through this process. This is how someone can take either part or a sub-assembly, or multiple parts, multiple sub-assemblies, have them in one collection called the system library, and it remembers how it should go together and any kind of mounting features that need to go alongside there. So what we want to do is we want to grab the top of this part, and what you want to do is spin it around. And the easy way to remember this is, you'll want this little tab to be in the upper left part of your screen, because what you want to do is you want to grab this hole and then this hole, which is opposite of it. And then you're going to make sure that you have the lower left corner of this top part. The orientation is the lower left hand corner of that part. Click, and it's going to go place this pattern of holes in a fill pattern type of operation that you see there. And so there we can see that we've added our display. You can see that our screws are going right inside of our pin fasteners. Okay, and that concludes this portion of the system design and pin fastener demonstration. What you want to do now is you'll want to switch to build the outer shell, which will be the 2D to 3D.